Okay, so today I'm going to talk about Kung Fu Panda and Forbidden Kingdom, both Hollywood versions of Hong Kong style action films. So yeah, here we go. Right, starting with Kung Fu Panda then, the animation was absolutely brilliant. I mean, I was just staring at it for the first 5 minutes, like kind of in awe of how good the kind of art style of it was, as well as the animation, the kind of detail of the environments and everything. It was really fantastic. Also, kind of in motion, like the fight scenes and everything, the animation looks really fantastic, and the fight scenes were really entertaining and exciting as well. That was something that was well done. I would say though that the film was a little dull in places, and it wasn't that funny all the way through. Especially the first half hour kind of dragged. There wasn't too much action to start with. The plot kind of rambled through, and I think they would have done better if they'd kind of put in an extra action scene just to pace it out a little bit more. Kind of looking at more kind of kung fu films and just kind of borrowing their structure. Especially since Jackie Chan was doing one of the voices in the film. Even though he only said about 2 lines. I think the influence of Jackie Chan films, if they looked at Jackie Chan films, they would have been able to pace the film a lot better. Having said that though, the best scene of the film actually was a kind of Jackie Chan style scene where the panda was training with the master. So the master had some dumplings in a bowl and some chopsticks, and he was kind of snatching them from the panda and trying. They were kind of fighting over the dumplings, basically, which is something that works really well in Jackie Chan films. There's normally some kind of MacGuffin, you know, a weapon or a precious vase or something like that that they're fighting over or have to maintain or have to look after, and so it gives the fight a kind of focus, which just makes it really entertaining. With Forbidden Kingdom, actually, one of the best scenes, again, came in a Jackie Chan style fashion. This time Jackie Chan was actually in it, and it was quite early on when himself and the American kid who's been sort of accidentally transported to this world of old China were trying to protect this weapon. There's this kind of, I don't know the technical word for it, but a stick, nonetheless, anyway, that they were trying to protect. And these kind of assassins that were coming that wanted to take this weapon off them. So there was a lot of dodging around, darting, trying to grab this weapon, the enemies trying to grab the weapon. It was a big barroom brawl, which was really excellent. It was great to see Jackie Chan move like he always, you know, has done, and he you know, he's getting old now, but he's still just as fast as ever. Also, the confrontation between Jackie Chan and Jet Li was really worth seeing. They're two of like the biggest stars in martial arts, and it was really great to see them finally being on screen together and having a fight together. I imagine it would be quite difficult for the filmmakers to match their two styles because they're both very distinct and very different. But they did well at balancing it out between Jackie Chan's like fast body movements and Jet Li's very technical kicks and punches. And it was a fight worked really well, and it was what you would expect from those two actors and from the choreographer Wen Wu-ping, who worked on Crouching Tiger and The Matrix. All three really were at the top of their game, despite, you know, age, you know, getting on. At times though, Forbidden Kingdom didn't quite know what kind of kung fu film it wanted to be. It kind of referenced a lot of older films. But it kind of drew all its references from various periods, from the kind of 70s Shaw Brothers films, from the kind of 80s and 90s, you know, trashy, if you like, Hong Kong films. You know, the stuff that Jet Li's done before, and also from the kind of current popular films like Crouching Tiger and Hero and stuff like that. It kind of took bits and mixed them up, which was good in some ways. It was good as an introduction to martial arts. But it was a little bit confusing, I suppose, for someone familiar with it to see all these elements all brought together. Also, there was kind of an American style romance kind of tacked on, which felt a little bit awkward. It didn't really come to much though, so it was bearable, but it did feel a bit awkward. The same thing with Kung Fu Panda, really. They added all these kind of stereotypical American Disney-esque sentimentalities onto this kind of Eastern tale, which really didn't match, but it still makes good viewing, both films. films in terms of the action, in terms of kind of a Hollywood appropriation of the genres. So both films, I'd say, are solid. Forbidden Kingdom, I preferred personally. Seeing those two stars and the choreographer, you know, at the top of their game, was absolutely fantastic. You know, as always with kung fu films, the plot isn't really that important. The plot was okay, it was serviceable, and it led to some good moments, so I don't have a problem with it. Kung Fu Panda, again, brilliant animation, excellent fight scenes, a little slow in places, and the plot was a little bit awkward, but overall, both films, yeah, not bad.